I wasn't getting you.
Yeah, I got it right on the lens. I'm making this short video right now. I don't know where I'm going to post it yet. Part of this is because I have like a podcast schedule that was Tuesday mornings at 7 a.m. that I had adhered to pretty closely since I've gone solo. So it's been, well, even before then, it was pretty consistent. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with that now. Not like it's a big deal, but I've got a couple minutes. I was going to record a podcast today, and now I'm too stressed. I have things to do. I got to bust out laundry. I'm assuming I'm just going to put this up on different social media platforms for the YouTube channel, for the podcast, etc. But yeah, so all schools as of like an hour ago have been indefinitely closed in the province of Alberta. So, as a substitute teacher, that means I'm broke. Indefinitely closed. Like they said, closing the schools for 2 weeks isn't going to do anything. If we need to close, then we're going to be closing for like 8 to 12 weeks. We may as well just cancel the rest of the school year. So that's where things are right now. The situation has been changing rapidly, but it seems like it's changing in one direction. It's not going back and forth. It's like more and more and more like quarantine type behavior, more and more cancellation of this, that, and the other, more and more closures, and yeah. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as like rent goes. I don't really have savings for this scenario. As of right now, my girlfriend is still able to work. They haven't like shut down her job. Who knows what's going to happen there? As long as she's able to work, that means I am going to need to provide childcare, because if I'm not at work, and the schools are closed, and thus, the kids can't go to school or daycare of any kind, then that's going to be my responsibility right now. So, yeah, that's obviously a huge priority. I don't really know. I feel it's like any social media postings and creative whatever, blah, 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 is going to be put on some much more irregularity right now while things get figured out. I still wanted, like, there's a part of me that was like, man, I'm all set up. I should just do this podcast. It'll help me take my mind off of things going on. But yeah, I can't right now. Like, what's stressing me out right now is like the things I need to do right ahead of me, which is do laundry, go home, prepared. Like, I need to go to my girlfriend's house tonight, so that I can be there in the morning, so that so I can stay with kids, and now it's like really figuring out stuff, data. I don't know. I've never been in a scenario like this before. This is a first time for me in my life, and I am not panicked and scared about getting the virus. Like, that is not my panic. Is in stuff like this. Is in, oh crap, how am I going to pay rent? Oh no, like everything's closing. People are panic buying stuff. Like the mob mentalities, the other people's panic about certain things are giving me panic about their panic. I am not panicked about contracting this virus or whatever. Like, this is not, COVID-19 is not in itself an issue for me as it relates to my physical health, in the sense of like contracting COVID-19. It's like how it extends further into everything else in my life, as far as like my job goes, as far as finances, like what happens with the next school year. Like, this is going to possibly delay hiring practices and who knows what else when I'm trying to like get a job for next year. Like, I have no idea what's going on right now. Everything is so in flux to such a large degree. I have never had this happen to me before, and my anxiety is through the freaking roof right now because everyone else has control. I don't. Like, I have no control right now over things that affect my basic needs, such as a place to live and food to eat and whatever else, right? So obviously some of it was in my control in the past. It's like, oh, I guess I should have saved money, and like set myself up so that if there's a pandemic that I can, whatever. And obviously, some people set themselves up to be in a great position like that. Unfortunately, my circumstances and the way that I've dealt with my circumstances have not. I've not put myself in a position to handle a pandemic like this. So that's where I'm at, and I don't know how much you'll be hearing from me the next little while. Things will be way more irregular than normal. I don't know. Man, I just got home, and it's only been like a half hour since I made that last little update thing, so these will go together. It's just kind of sinking in, from 1 hour to the next, I just became a full-time, caregiver, if you want to call it that. For one of the kids at least, two possibly, and the difference between the one and the two is actually tremendous and huge, because with the one, 8 years old, we can figure out, if we can figure it out, we'll be fine. The 3-year-old, as would just be a lot more challenging to figure out how to spend every day together, do stuff. I'll figure it out if it needs to happen, but it'll be it's a steep learning curve. Yeah, it just sunk in that I was like, oh yeah, so school's closed, and your daycare's or the Boys and Girls Club is closed, so yep, that's just my life now. That just straight up just became my life. I went from, being a sub and working to now I don't have a job and I have to, take care of this child, at least one, and possibly two, 5 days a week, 40, 40 hours, 45 hours, I don't know how, whatever, whenever Randy's at work, this is what has to happen. And it just sunk in that there's just that change of just from 1 hour to the next, it was excuse me, what just happened? I was going to go to work tomorrow, I had a job lined up for tomorrow, I was going to work all day, and now that's not happening. But it's not just tomorrow, that's literally just from now until for the foreseeable future. For the foreseeable future, that's the reality right now. So right now, Beavis is my spirit animal. That's where this has come to. Come to. That's woo! Right now, Beavis is my spirit animal. And that is sad, but that's where this situation has come to. I'm officially in panic mode and freaking out with the amount of uncertainty going on. Day one of not having work. It's 6:30 in the morning, and I just got a notification that I sold something on Etsy for the first time. So I'm having a really weird mix of I don't know what the hell's going on, and I don't know what the hell's going on. I told Etsy that I'd have a day turnaround, so I have to ship this piece out by tomorrow. And I looked up who the buyer is, and it's I don't remember what it's called now. Something Associates, and it's in California. And I looked it up, and it's not a gallery. What is it? It's a commercial art studio specializing in custom fabrications and unique artwork for hospitality clients, healthcare, senior living, and restaurants, and maybe other stuff because there's a comma. So yeah, I gotta do that today. So maybe I'll get some vlog footage after all. Made the realization last night that I'm gonna have to learn the grade 3 curriculum and try to teach that. What's the rest of it anyway? Cause yeah, okay. I thought I had something else to say. I don't remember. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they don't need their engines idling for this long.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
3?
Yeah, there's one across the street. No. They're emergency medical services.
Oh, so
They might be testing somebody, I don't know. Packaging up my first Etsy order. I mentioned that I noticed it at 6:30 this morning. I awoke then and I received an email, but when I looked at the details, they ordered it on Friday, and I didn't get a notification till today, till whenever this morning, and saying that it needed to be shipped by tomorrow, because, yeah. So, I got some bubble wrap. I need to order some, is what I really need to do, but that will help things out, because before, anytime I'd shipped, the very rare times that I'd done it, It was just a newspaper, but having that extra little layer, I think, keeps it a little safer, a little more professional. Still making the box contraption kind of on my own here. Just going to the recycle bins and getting huge cardboard and then cutting and taping. I gotta make a label now, but it's not bad. I don't think it's bad anyway. It's pretty alright, pretty sturdy. Bubble wrapped. It's just heavy. See how much it costs to ship. Got a little update. It's day 2 of whatever I am, stay-at-home dude, I guess. Went and got some groceries today. They had toilet paper on pallets, and so we thought we'd pick up some, not excessive. We just picked up 2 packs. And yeah, they called a state of emergency today. They, being Jason Kenney, called a state of emergency in the province of Alberta, so more people are freaking out. So we were lucky that we got to Walmart, like, I think only an hour after they called the state of emergency. Like, we were going to go anyway just to get a few things. Anyway, yeah, we found toilet paper. We just needed to get a couple things, but then because of the state of emergency, I was like, oh, we'll get a couple more. But it was nuts in there. It was already worse than before. All the bread was gone. Like 90% of the meat was gone. There was like no chicken left. There was no ground beef of any kind. There was like a couple packs of sausages, and there was like some steaks. We got burgers. We got hot dog buns because there's no other bread. Yeah, it was just nuts in there. So many things gone that weren't before. But anyway, I got some noodles, some like Mr. Noodles, some like ramen. Mr. Noodles right here, actually. So I bought 10 packs, and Randy asked me how much was groceries today. I told her $108. She was like, what? And I'm glad I kept the receipt, because usually I don't, but I did, and I got this little thing highlighted for you here. It says that we got 110 noodles, because there's one at 27 cents, and then 109. Well, we only got 10, not 110. So, yeah, at 27 cents, that's where that extra 27 bucks went, because it would have been a lot cheaper than that, obviously, $2.70. So that was like 25 bucks-ish that was not actually legit. Anyway, yeah, Walmart was nuts, probably worse after we left. There was no point in buying that milk. They did have some, but I mean, if it's going to expire, like, we're not going to finish the 3 liters we have by the time, you know, like, I mean, by the end of the month, maybe. Anyway, it's nuts out there. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's not good. You walked right past it.
Huh? What?
These.
What the heck?
Yeah. First time I went biking here, I saw these. It was in summer, but it was like the sun was going down. It was kind of creepy. We're like in here, but it wasn't as wrecked. Last time you could see more.
Oh, what did it say?
Oh, it's a different language. I don't know.
Chinese, maybe?
No, it looks like really medieval. There's like a lion and like a bull or something.
Holy, what if they're here?
Maybe it's witches' spells. I don't know.
Witches aren't real.
I don't know. What if there's witches in there?
There's no witches.
Guess we're gonna find out.
If you're creeping me out, it's not gonna work.
Oh. Okay. That's not gonna work. I should have been recording the whole time. I was saying, what's this, before that bird scared the crap out of you. Well, this is gonna wrap up the vlog for this week. I didn't get a conversation in, so I can't tell you that there's any other videos to watch. This will be the first week. I mean, if I can't get one in, this will be the first week that I don't have a conversation. But I mean, the vlog's in, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm on my way to Emma's school to pick up her belongings, because we got a time frame, a window of time of a half hour where we can grab her stuff that was left there. And yeah, it's just been, I've had a couple people ask me like what I'm doing with all my downtime, and like, I don't want to be like, it's not like I'm bitter or anything, it's just frustrating when people are asking me about downtime when I don't really have any now. Like, I have less time than I did before. When I was working a full day, you know, I sometimes right after that would drive straight to get Emma and then spend the day. Like, I would pick her up, go home, cook supper, do homework, whatever, and then not go home until, you know, 11 or 12 sometimes, which is way too late when I've got to get up again. I mean, that was a really full day, and that's kind of what my days are now, except the work part isn't there. But instead of work, I'm just with Emma all day. Yes, she's 8 years old, but unless she's watching TV, she's not super independent. She just really likes to be social and around too often sometimes when she shouldn't be, and likes to know what's going on and what's happening with this and that and the other thing. And so it's like really difficult unless it's a digital thing, and I don't want TV to be the babysitter. So despite the fact that I need some time alone, like, I mean, if I could get an hour to myself in order to record, that would be great. And the only reason she's not here right now is because the school specifically instructed that the kids stay at home. I mean, I could have brought her in the car, left her in the car, but she's 8, and I figure, you know, for 20 minutes she can be at home by herself. It's something that Randy and I discussed. But yeah, it's not it's not like I have all this free time right now just because I'm like, oh, you know, I'm taking care of the 8-year-old. If I had the 3-year-old, I'd have absolutely no time whatsoever. You know, I get a couple minutes to breathe every now and then, but I mean, generally, I'm with her from like the time she wakes up until, you know, supper time, and then time to go to bed. Like, I haven't had a moment alone unless I'm in the shower, basically. It's only frustrating when people expect, like, oh, you've got all this time now, so, like, what have you been doing? You must be hitting the studio so much. I've gone to the studio a total of 3 times in the past week, but in those 3 times, I've been with Emma, and, like, I haven't been able to really get much stuff done. Like, I worked on a painting for a very minimal amount of time while she was, like, doing some homework, but she doesn't do homework very independently. So anyway, yeah, I'm here. So that's it for the vlog. I'm gonna try to get a conversation in. This is only the first week, so I mean, I need to figure out how to do what I need to do with her as well. But that's it, and we'll see you on another time.